Hey there, fellow Earthlings, ready for another deep dive? Today we're tackling a mystery you can actually solve from space. And no, it's not aliens, though it is just as cool. We're talking plant health, something absolutely vital for anyone who's, well, eats. Our guides on this journey, the brilliant folks at Pharmanaut, they're using satellite tech to help farmers monitor crops in a whole new way. Ever noticed a plant with yellowing between the veins of its leaves? That's our mystery in action.
What's fascinating here is that this yellowing, it's often a sign of magnesium deficiency, a pretty common problem that can seriously impact plant health. And it has these ripple effects, that go way beyond just one droopy leaf.
Okay, so magnesium. Why is it such a VIP in the plant world?
Think of magnesium as like the ultimate multitasker for plants. It's essential for photosynthesis. You know that process where plants use sunlight to create energy? Magnesium is also crucial for helping plants use and transport other nutrients, kind of like a delivery system.
So if a plant doesn't have enough magnesium, it's like running out of fuel and having a broken down delivery truck. Double trouble.
Exactly, and those yellowing leaves, they're a distress signal telling us the plant's struggling to produce energy and function properly.
So this isn't just about a few yellow leaves. It's about the plant's ability to grow and thrive. And that brings us back to why we should care. If plants aren't getting enough magnesium, what does that mean for the food we eat?
Well, for starters, magnesium-deficient plants are less efficient at converting sunlight into energy. This means they grow more slowly and produce lower yield. In other words, less food overall. And for farmers, that can mean a big hit to their income.
And that hit trickles down to us at the grocery store, right?
Absolutely. We're talking potential increases in food prices
Yeah.
and even impacts on the quality and nutritional value of the food we buy.
Wait, so that pale, sad-looking lettuce at the supermarket might be a magnesium-deprived drama queen.
It's possible. But on a more serious note, magnesium deficiency also makes plants more vulnerable to diseases and pests. This can lead to increased use of pesticides and other chemicals, which can have a negative impact on the environment.
Wow, it's kind of like a domino effect. Magnesium deficiency leads to lower yields, which can lead to higher prices, lower quality food, and even environmental problems. But before we spiral into a plant-based existential crisis, let's talk solutions. I mean, we know Pharmanaut is using satellites to help, but how exactly does that work? Can they really see magnesium deficiency from space?
They can. And the key is something called multispectral imagery. Imagine a camera that can see beyond the colors we humans perceive. It captures different wavelengths of light reflected by the plants.
Okay, hold on. Different wavelengths of light. How does that tell us about magnesium levels?
It's all about how plants interact with light. Different wavelengths are absorbed and reflected by plants in unique ways, depending on their health and what's happening inside them.
So it's like each wavelength is telling a different part of the plant's story.
Exactly. And by analyzing these different wavelengths, Pharmanaut's satellites can detect subtle changes in the light reflected by plants that indicate a magnesium deficiency. It's like having X-ray vision for plant health, but from hundreds of miles above Earth. And the really cool part is that this information can be translated, into actionable insights for farmers.
So farmers can actually see which parts of their fields are low on magnesium.
Yeah.
That's incredible. But knowing is only half the battle, right? What can farmers actually do about it?
That's where it gets even more interesting. Pharmanaut doesn't just identify the problem, they provide solutions. Their platform gives farmers tailored advice based on the satellite data.
So it's like having a personalized plant doctor on call, but instead of a stethoscope, they're using satellites.
Exactly. First, they help pinpoint the cause of the deficiency. Sometimes it's simply a matter of soil pH. Acidic soils can make it difficult for plants to absorb magnesium. In other cases, it might be an imbalance in fertilization. Too much potassium or calcium can actually block magnesium uptake.
So it's like a delicate balancing act in the soil.
Precisely. And by understanding the specific cause, farmers can apply targeted solutions.
Okay, so walk me through some of those solutions. What can farmers actually do to get their plants the magnesium they need?
Well, one option is to adjust the soil pH by adding lime. This can make magnesium more available to the plants. Another solution is to use foliar sprays, which deliver magnesium directly to the leaves.
Hold on, foliar sprays. I've never heard of that.
It's basically like giving the plants a magnesium-infused misting. It's a quick way to address deficiencies, especially when soil conditions make it difficult for roots to absorb nutrients.
So it's a bit like a magnesium supplement, but for plants. But what if it's more than just a magnesium issue?
Pharmanaut's technology can monitor a range of factors, not just magnesium. They can assess nitrogen and phosphorus levels, detect early signs of disease or pest infestations, and even monitor water stress. It's like having a constant health checkup for your entire farm, all from space.
Wow, this is mind-blowing. It's like taking all the guesswork out of farming. But I have to ask, this all sounds pretty high-tech. Is it only for big industrial farms?
Not at all. Pharmanaut's technology is designed to be accessible to farmers of all sizes. Their platform is user-friendly, and their team provides support to help farmers understand and use the data effectively.
Okay, so small family farms can benefit from this too. But what about the cost? I imagine all this satellite tech and data analysis can't be cheap.
Actually, it's more affordable than you might think when you consider the potential savings. From optimizing fertilizer use, preventing crop losses, and increasing yields, it often pays for itself many times over.
So it's not just about the cost, it's about the value it brings to farmers.
Exactly. It's about empowering farmers with knowledge and tools to make informed decisions, leading to healthier plants, better yields, and a more sustainable food system.
This all sounds incredibly promising. But what about the future? What's next for Pharmanon?
They're constantly innovating and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. One exciting area they're exploring is the use of artificial intelligence to analyze the massive amounts of data they're collecting.
AI for farmers. What will they think of next?
It's all about taking things to the next level. Imagine AI algorithms that can not only diagnose plant problems, but also predict potential issues before they even arise.
So instead of just reacting to problems, farmers could be proactive and stay one step ahead. That's game-changing.
Exactly. It's about shifting from a reactive to a preventative approach, which not only benefits farmers' bottom line, but also promotes more sustainable farming practices.
I can see how this kind of technology could really revolutionize the way we grow food. And I bet this data is a goldmine for researchers too.
You're right. Pharmanaut is actively collaborating with research institutions to develop even better solutions for the future. Imagine crops that are naturally more resilient to stress, require less water, and can even absorb nutrients more efficiently.
Wow. So it's not just about fixing existing problems, but about creating a more sustainable and resilient food system for the future.
That's the big picture. And it's exciting to think that something as simple as looking at plants from space can have such a profound impact on how we feed the world.
It really makes you realize that we're all connected, even to those satellites orbiting hundreds of miles above us. So next time you're at the grocery store, maybe take a moment to appreciate the journey your food has taken from farm to table, and perhaps give a little nod to the satellites and the brilliant minds behind them, working hard to ensure we all have access to healthy, affordable food for generations to come.
And who knows, maybe this deep dive has sparked an interest in exploring how technology can be used to tackle other challenges facing our world. The possibilities are truly endless.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive into the fascinating world of Pharmanaut and the future of farming. If you want to learn more about their innovative approach and how they're using satellite technology to revolutionize agriculture, be sure to check out their website or app.
And hey, next time you see a plant with yellowing leaves, you'll know there's more to the story than meets the eye. Thanks for joining us. And remember, keep looking up and keep exploring.